I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives. Some of the most highly guarded information in it. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf.
Ambassador, I can't emphasize how important this is.
And who might you... Oh, I recognize that face. You're a Co, aren't you? Didn't you run away to help that little Explorers Club?
Really? An Explorers Club? Ma'am, I've signed up to help my friend here, who's looking to stop a whole heap of needless pain and suffering. Imagine if this happened in Aquila City, or Neon. The results would be bad, or, let's be honest here, far. We owe it to our...
It's a disturbing thought, Mr. Co. And while it is my job to protect the people of the Collective, the way to do that, I believe, is clear. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time, and yours, and go. No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll fought tooth and nail. But my aliens were placed there by you, so I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. You have my answer. Now, please take the hint. You're really gonna push this? All right. I'm listening. The UC doesn't get to Londonian. It's possible I might be letting... Responsible governance will not be rushed. Captain, I'm sorry, but my answer is not changing. The UC is just gonna have to find another way. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
What are you? Ah, you're the one. You have my thing. Now, that now the UC want... I can only presume. Let me be... I will not be the... You're really gonna push this? I'm listening. Are you suggesting we can't... You're not gonna fly... A step towards better? I suppose I have seen some promising actions by this... Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. Tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. He'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
I mean, is it supposed to look like this? With Varun, you just never know. Holy hell happened? It just gets weirder and weirder. Goes the spoils. I said that right.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack, then the embassy. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you. It is the sap of the tree that gives it. But I must know of the rest of the city. Is that right, huh? I shall... Now, it cannot... You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just... Well, and the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence. An archive. So the UC requires information, then. Yeah, the preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. But, if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more... The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we.
For whatever it's worth, Sam Coe here. You got my word too.
Well then, I shall not... Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good. We'll be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed. Something to think on. The affairs of House Varun. This was said at the... So, when... The Great... When our founder, the Serpent, made... It was told. We... With my brethren go...
good stuff. Leave the rest.
Can we run through it one more time?
What? Oh, sorry. Just a terminal attack. I'm lucky to still be here. You don't need to worry now.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? So the old man was still lurking around? And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them here. The UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the absolute best behavior down there.
Yes? You needed something? Keeping the skies safe out there?
On the record?
approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. You may proceed, Captain.
Always good to see another badge.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And so whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this works. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me. All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so please raise your hand. Captain, through your through service, brave. Then, Captain, We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out. Now, The other... There's a member of the... Normally, we... And they've stated they'll only... So I need your... I understand this puts you in a strange position. Can I count on you to keep this between... Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection C.
Here, this is for you. Well, I see your parents didn't skimp on your P's and Q's. I spotted it on a... Make sure to tell Sarah that. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Another day, another shift.
So this is where the UC hides all the scary shit they're doing. What I'd give to have all the Rangers with me right now.
You may proceed down the corridor.
You know, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad. Back in action.
But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
So far, so good, training.
You'll have to tell me all about it later.
Let's get back to Wagner Farm. We need to let Miss Excuse me.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Vivictus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not... Bring me evidence that the... Captain, your files indicate a track record of And this? Good. According to my information, there is a Starfield.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
So far, so good, trainee.
I'm up for a little adventure. Certainly. It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes. Happy to even out the load.
Let's get back to Wagner Farm.
You can find farms like this all over the Freestar Collective.
What's the news? What happened? Did you find those men? Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy. So who were they? So I have no way of knowing. Guess I'll start sleeping with a gun. I can't thank you enough. Of course.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the...
Green, ready for what comes next. So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me.
Not sure if those maroon cells...
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard. Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the... So, what can I do for you? Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him? Seriously? Out here? Surprised. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something. Wait. The Warlock. There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. Aetherius debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you suggest... Can't think of a better spot your Orlaise might be hiding. Things you should know? The den's not really that kind of place. This is a quiet. Keep an eye out for pirates, make sure smuggling's kept to a minimum. Otherwise, it's mostly long haulers and staying ready. I mean, I honestly thought it was just a story board haulers. But if the pilot of the Warlock really has been dusting our people, well, hopefully you're about to make our skies all... Well, the original Den Star Station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding House Varun zealots. Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some headstrong scrapper comes limping back because they hit an 80-year-old mine. Or sometimes. Though, maybe it's not just the field that's been picked. Understood. Ah, our Warlock. Sure thing. Here. This should get you... Go get your man.
Only a matter of time. Or I get promoted out of here.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for?
Hello there. Welcome to the Trade Authority. Our stock may not be as vast and seeing as it is a pleasure. Certainly.
A brief history of time. If you find any addition...
Look at all those soldiers. Makes you wonder how happy people are if you need that much military to keep it pacified.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning down contraband. Well, if that doesn't take the cake. Or not take the cake.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
My faith in the seedy underbelly of the settled systems is restored.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Hi, good to see you.
This here is the most important work in...
Unless you're here to serve me another drink. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia... Okay. Okay. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy. Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup. Look, I don't know what that big mouth Saoirse told you, but now, do you want my help moving your product, or not? Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
This whole thing's giving me the worst sort of deja vu.
If you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
There's nothing like seeing walls.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? What? Play what games? You obviously... Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just... Hey, I'm only kidding with you. Please, give me a second to think. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Come on! Give me a break! Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze...
It's funny how whenever someone's there to collect the debt, everyone's as poor as a list dirt farmer.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money. You might be right. Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
How about you? But it felt like it was a lot worse in Constellation.
Be advised, secure this article and follow stable ground or remain in the event. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This unit is not designed for pleasant conversation.
It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Do your part to keep Saddam here.
I could use a break.
Have something for me? There, would you? He going to be a problem? Nice. You know, you think you can handle running? All right. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that.
I hope Corey doesn't get too much on the foot. Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You're fun. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any you're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana. Jumping into Incel. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. There's a lesson in this. I need you to consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you finish.
You know, I dealt with a lot of phony tough guys and trash-talking pirates in my time, and most of them aren't worth the oxygen. But I'll tell you right now, Neva, she's the real deal.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody. I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough. He changes his location and identity, but you know what? It's worth every...
your intent. Oh, God.
You should take that offer. Trust me when I say this will be easier face to face.
Well, normally Alright. You can dock.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is not something I am going to do, not until you reveal your intentions. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? You're going to have to kill me. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You are asking me to betray my own crew. I don't know. To be honest, part of me really does question how things would be if our roles were reversed. I do not know who to believe. Alright, I will do it. I've got no... But, if I do this, you have...
Is that all it takes for you to flip on me, Dimitri? Unbelievable.
It is either you or all of us, Austin. I'm sorry.
Cut the crap and just admit it. You're a coward. You know, I almost bought it. All that crap about helping people and making a difference. But at the end of the day, you're no different from the fleet. When push comes to shove, you only care about yourself.
Watch it!
You made that look easy. That's right, your thermometer ain't broken. We are sub-zero.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Brooke, wanna help me with some target practice?
Advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding.
Gucci's a lot of fun. They even bring Cora here every now and then.
Who survived their...
Ugh.
I heard you made quite... If you recall, the cleaner your work, the more intact. Lucky for you, there'll be no docks in pay today. Not that clean, considering what happened. In the meantime, I'll make sure that's... So, now that we know you're capable of... One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in a queue. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence. Good. This one should... Laredo has their own building. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light. Now, get going.
Dietrich, you should have seen the look on Dexler's face when we told him. God couldn't paint a better picture.
Sure, have a look.
Thanks for stopping by our shop.
Hey there, friend. Need something?
Is that type?
No Aurora outside city limits. Got it? New around here? After all, you don't want to end up... Then you're going to have a very unpleasant... First and foremost, anyone caught transporting the substance. Good. The other regular... Buying it from... Perfect. All right, then. Aurora Clinical Studies sponsor. And before you... Move along.
Seems like a crimson.
There's nothing in those settled systems quite like Neon. Crazy terrible.
Need some work done?
You were able to land it. Looks to me like you were... Sure, have it.
Right, come drop. We're home.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
There should be a sign, dump your Aurora here. There's nothing in those settled systems quite like we are. Crazy and terrible.
Hey, what can I do for you? You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever's broken...
Time to tell Cora we're back.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice? Take out the hostile. Private outline. had it under control, but it definitely went faster. Now tell me about the Ragana. Huh. No kidding. I would have preferred if you had... Anyway, you will hope this business with Ray if you screw up? You better stow that crap. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you saw. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting.
It wasn't exactly an easy initiation, but at least they trust us. Not as far as they can throw us, but in time we'll shed those kilos.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Ragana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Hey.
The commander's livid. Not sure what you did.
We received word you boarded the Ragana. I don't care if Rake was with the fleet. The pilot and his crew were not. What you did was uncalled for. You coerced the pilot into taking a crew member's life. He had no choice but to comply. You cannot simply pass off the burden of the job whenever it suits you. Understood? The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typically a... I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission, we'll evaluate when the time comes. Good. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but there's an ethical... Do something like this again, and you're out. Permanent. But for now, we will continue with the brief. Then it worked. You're in. As distasteful as your methods were, at least you managed to complete. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Excellent. If you're...
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet.
Ugh, no one said there was gonna be homework.
I assure you, there is only information that is pertinent to the mission. Our dossiers are designed to be succinct. In any case, we will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It's certainly increased. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of UC.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need, you want to leave the fleet? Never apologize. Not if you want it, and if they don't respect. But all that is... Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Keep. Used to be an old UC military star station. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but... Hell yeah, it is.
Are we on the same station? Sure, just take a quick cat nap. You'll be missing a kidney or two.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Keep. All right, history time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? We've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aww. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Elutra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah. We call him our welcome, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Since should our enemies, for Delgado, the bomb grants... It's why he's the boss. Of course. Now, thanks to advanced modifications even Eugen would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue. Thanks to our I've granted you all the If Neva's now, I believe, take the elevator to the... So, now that you're officially fleet, let's...
Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
As a member of the Crimson... As you know, credits when you're not. I've converted the usage. I'm talking all credits. Excellent. Then we're done here. Good, because I'm constantly. You'll be given a target. Just be sure you have the cargo space to get the goods. Very. We don't care how you get caught. Smuggling requires if you want to make. Be seeing you.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.